Do you guys like my slippers?
I was gonna say something, but
that's insane.
they're a little distracting.
They're cute.
Okay, I hear insane and distracting,
And
then
cute.
thank you, Remy.
They're too big to like walk around in the house.
Too big.
Yeah, because you have a dog already. That's or no, you have 2 dogs. That's 2 puppies running around. And then you have 2 on your feet.
No, they're really cute.
And they're as big as your dog. And the hat is off. The hat came off.
I know. I noticed that. They're
Her little balaclava. Oh, she's so cute.
Did you just order those?
No, Remy gave them to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why she gave them away.
No.
I don't want those big ass shoes in my house anymore.
That's so mean.
I had options. I love a slipper. I always have fun slippers.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And is it like just for comfort, or you feel good in
Just
them?
a house slipper, just to like lounge in.
I like a house slipper in general. It's like a very Asian thing to have a house slipper. But also when I'm in the kitchen all day, my feet hurt really badly if I'm just standing there for like hours and hours. So slippers really help.
My feet are always cold.
Mm.
Like
Oh.
always
See, I wouldn't because
freezing.
mine are always hot, so
Really?
that looks sweaty to
Yeah.
me.
No, like right now they're cold. Isn't that crazy?
I do have sweaty feet too, but like you wear them with a sock and you're fine.
Okay.
It like regulates the temperature.
You know what I hate when people do? They'll wear their bare foot and they're fuzzy.
Where they're
In
barefoot.
Uggs.
They're
Barefoot
barefoot
and Uggs
in like
is
fuzzy
criminal.
slippers.
But the
Then it-
feeling.
Ew. Yeah, after one day, and then what is it the next day? It's a shoe.
And it's smelly.
Yeah,
It gets smelly.
Oh, especially
Yeah.
yeah.
No, Birkenstocks.
Birkin
for
make
those things
shoes.
being like made of cork and like they retain odor like you wouldn't believe.
Ew, retain odor.
They're bad.
Ew.
Because you don't wear them with socks.
You
I
should,
don't.
Yeah,
though.
you can't really wear them with
Why
socks.
can't you wear them with socks?
Because they're sandals, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like a flip flop almost.
I wear my sandals with socks all the time.
Yeah, we know.
I did have a Crocs with socks era though.
Like it
For
can
all
That
be.
I'm
a
okay with.
Yeah.
long
That's what I'm
time.
okay
I
with.
feel like I just saw you wear something like that a few months ago.
Crocs are the shoes that you buy like almost sarcastically, and then they end up being like your daily drivers, and it's
Do you
Daily
have it?
driver.
Do you have it in
Sport mode?
Sport mode
Sport
or
mode.
I do like sport mode.
I was against Crocs for a long time, and then I finally caved, and I was wrong. They're my gardening shoes too because they're waterproof.
It's amazing, and there's something like you either like get them as a gift or like sarcastically, and then you end up wearing them way more than you think.
Agreed.
My friend got me one sarcastically, and it's not the waterproof ones. It has the fuzzies in it, and it's tie dye. I think those cost like maybe $80 for the Crocs.
Do you like them though?
They're amazing.
You love them.
I give it away.
No, those were a gift.
I know, but I gave them away to someone that in need.
I'm telling Reed.
Tell Reed. I think he'll appreciate that somebody that needs shoes has them. You know, it's not like I sold them. That's even worse.
That's bad.
I didn't sell them. I gave them away. I gave them away to a shelter.
Okay.
Is that what they're called? Shelters? Plato's Closet?
You did sell them.
Oh my God!
You did. You got money.
Zane!
No, I didn't get money. No, I don't remember walking away with money.
Plato's Closet.
They buy used clothes.
They do buy at Plato's Closet.
Okay,
And that's
it was a nonprofit that I gave it to. It was a nonprofit.
They're in his closet.
No, they're
They're in
definitely not in my
Plato's closet.
closet. No, because I would have seen them. Maybe you know what? Maybe they are, and I'm just blind. Maybe it's like sitting somewhere. I'll check.
All right, I'm gonna jump into the intro.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Please do it.
Please do.
Hit it.
I'm Zane. I'm Heath.
I'm Remy. I'm Alicia.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Basically Unfiltered. This is officially our
Woo!
52nd episode.
Wow.
Which means
Ring the alarms.
how many weeks in a year?
52.
How many episodes have we done?
52.
Yeah, baby!
Happy 1 year, guys.
We are
my
officially
God.
52, right?
Happy birthday
I think
to
so.
ya. Happy
birthday
birthday
to ya.
Hey.
Happy
This is 52, right? Or was last week 52?
This is 52.
Oh, maybe this
no.
is 53. Hold on. Let me look it up.
This is
Look it up.
embarrassing.
52 happy 53 and
Wait,
54.
I think it is 53, you guys. Wait, 50?
Uh-oh.
Happy belated birthday to ya.
This is
Happy
53.
belated birthday
53.
to ya.
We officially have turned 1 year on this podcast. It's pretty crazy to think where we
Yeah.
were exactly a year ago.
It feels like
It
we've been
flew
doing this
by.
for like a month.
It does. It went by really fast.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this the other day when we were here, but our birthday episode where we
Yes.
split it up and I had the cars behind me, that feels like a month ago.
But it also
Crazy.
feels like forever ago. And we didn't decorate the pod for its birthday. That's kind of
It's okay.
sad.
You know
It's okay.
why? Because it just feels like any other day.
Remember when you said that we were going to do this podcast for a year?
1 year.
Yeah. Oh
exactly.
yeah. I gave a an end to it, right? And I was like, hey guys,
You
we're
did.
definitely doing this for only a year.
You know what's so crazy? When we had the initial conversation, we were like, oh, we'll like do it for like a season and then see.
Yeah.
And then that went by so fast, and I can't even imagine not doing it another season
I
now.
didn't even know
I
what
know.
life was like before Basically Unfiltered.
Just
True.
unfiltered. Just pretty basic.
Just pretty
Just
basic.
pretty basic.
It wasn't
yeah,
enough.
It wasn't enough.
We
I had
just
too
had
much
to-
free time.
Yeah, here we are.
Remember when everyone thought we did that whole shoot just to say we were collabing on an episode?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was crazy.
You guys have already done collabs before. What
Calm
is
down.
going
Like,
on?
It's just like a collab, right?
The Pasadena Princess. That
Yes.
whole thing that happened to do that shoot is
They
crazy.
saw that. They were like, "Oh, Remy definitely put the shoot together. It checks." Like it was definitely a collab episode.
That's
and
not
they
even
went
me.
for
That's
it.
more of an Alicia
That
thing.
is more me. I'm kind of shocked you said Remy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm more like photo shoot. Like
I know photo shoot, but like more grand, like Pasadena Princess.
you two were the ones who were like, we want to look like old money.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was for the
guilty.
for the look. Yeah,
And you say that like it's a bad
Yeah.
thing.
it's not a bad thing. But
not.
We wanted to have fun in the end of the day, right?
We don't get opportunities to really go all out that often. We're not
creativity.
starting projects left and right, and it was a nice excuse to dress like old money.
Yeah.
Old money,
And
new
it was
pod.
worth it.
It
was
was.
worth it. Eventually, we're gonna have to change that icon, but it was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, we already did kind of.
Should we do another shoot?
We have to because that was revolved around.
It would be funny if we did a new money shoot, and it's like us with
Just
chains.
come to my house.
Yeah, let's just
Come
go
to
to
my
Remy's
house.
closet. She'll dress us.
Be kind of cute.
Is New Money like Gucci?
Stuff that like people who like come into new money
Very
that
gaudy.
Mm.
like they want to show that they have money.
Oh, so just kind of like a Team 10 shoot type thing where we're just like, we have our hairs like in front of our faces, like curly. I could do that.
and like the place that we rent though, like it would be like you would have Lambos and Ferraris and stuff like that for the shoot. You're not
Yeah.
sitting there with like a classic car or something.
Exactly.
Head to toe designer, like label, like
Yeah.
Gucci jacket, Gucci pants, Gucci belt.
I know my high end shit.
Okay.
I own them.
Who's your favorite designer?
Buck Mason.
Ooh. Okay.
I do like me a Moschino at times. A little Moschino.
Moschino?
Yeah.
I thought he was saying Massimo from
I thought
Target.
it was too.
Oh, that's what I meant to
was like,
say.
Olivia
That's
Jade's
what I meant
dad?
to say.
Olivia Jade's dad?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
His story is pretty crazy.
What's his story?
He wanted to make like a clothing brand and everything, and his parents would pay for his college, and instead of going to college and like using that money towards it, he just pocketed the money and was telling them that he was in classes and like going to school, but really he was just working on the brand and like designing clothes and putting all that money into making the company.
Damn.
Wow.
That's one of those stories where like you hear someone does that and then they succeed, so you think you're gonna, and then
Yes.
it doesn't work out.
It's so unrealistic.
Yeah,
You
like
never
the
hear about the
chance of
people who
that-
stole all their parents' money for a brand that failed.
Yes.
Like
No,
that
like
could
dead ass.
that could have gone nowhere.
No, and
And
that's
more
more
oftentimes
common.
it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's way more common.
You took 400 grand and did what?
That's actually really crazy.
Zane's looking like he did that. He's like,
No, I blacked out half that conversation, so I'm waiting this one to slide through
Oh,
so I
okay.
can join the next one.
he's waiting for the pickup.
Yeah, no, I'm just
He's on that-
waiting. I blacked out for literally 20
He's
seconds.
sitting
Oh my God.
here waiting for the ride.
Speaking of hitchhiking,
Yeah.
Yes.
Photos came back. They're so good.
so good.
So good. We just got back from our RV trip.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
That
was
was
nice.
that was wild.
Did you guys enjoy it? Like,
I
honest.
did. I really did.
I did, and I think it made me realize that I don't get as motion sick as I thought that I did.
Yeah,
Like, it taught
everybody
me a
did really
lot.
good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
it's
it was
really
great.
it's really easy to like be in an RV like that and for hours. It's fine.
It really does make the long distance driving experience so much better.
It was fun. I really liked it. I liked hanging out that much.
It really,
Even though I slept the whole time.
yeah, in the bed.
It's really comfy though. Like the bed was comfy, the top bed was comfy, everything was like pretty comfy.
You know what's really funny though? The thought of a seatbelt didn't exist, and then when I got up into the driver's seat, I'm like,
Gotta strap up.
Yeah.
and then when Cal switched and he started driving, I was in the back. I'm opening the fridge. I'm grabbing sodas, and I'm like, wait a minute.
It's true.
It's crazy how
true.
seatbelts are so strict when you're in like any other car, but all of a sudden you're in an RV. It's like, oh,
Nobody gives a
the
shit.
law doesn't matter anymore. Yeah.
When you went on tour, do you guys have to like seatbelt to leave or anything? Or are you just driving?
You just drive.
That is really crazy.
What is it though?
I
Is
don't know
it
if you feel safe. You're like,
It's 'cause
I'm
it's
in a
so
home right
big,
now.
It's like the chance of that. There were seatbelts though. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes.
on
Yeah,
the-
there
no,
were.
there. I
You're
know there
supposed
were.
to be in the seatbelt in that bench.
So if a cop stopped you and they saw everybody was laying in bed, really,
You're supposed to be
Okay,
in
but
the
think
seatbelt.
of like a party bus.
True.
there has to be like it
You
doesn't
can't
make
have a
sense.
stripper pole on a party bus and then also have
And
seatbelts.
expect me to keep myself seatbelted in.
Exactly.
Where's the line though? You
It
know what I
must be
mean?
a certain like weight of the car, or something about like a bigger car.
It's
Even
just
buses,
safer. It's safer
yeah.
to like get into a car accident in a party bus with everybody
But
dancing
buses,
inside.
you're supposed to be seatbelted in, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know you're supposed to, but like the way they promote it is that it's a party bus and you're able to get
no,
up
not
and
a party bus. I'm thinking like a school bus. Like school
do
bus,
you-
the kids
School,
are belted in.
school buses, they're not strict with that either.
I don't remember there being seatbelts on the school bus.
Yes,
back
they
then.
were. They were. They were
I
just tucked
remember
in.
them.
There were?
We-
Yeah,
I
they
don't
were
think-
hanging from the bottom of your seat. You just
So maybe
they were tucked in.
legally they have
Huh.
to have them, but I just remember someone saying like if you're in a huge bus and you hit someone, the chance of it like doing much to you versus them is like so different.
That's
'Cause you're in
true.
such a huge bus, but like obviously accidents happen.
We got into a bus accident when I was in middle school, and we just went like that. So it makes it
Like
makes
you ran
sense.
over
Yeah.
someone?
Oh no, an entire car with a full family
I
car
shouldn't
went
have
under
laughed.
the bus. It was an insane accident, but the kids
Like
like we
they
went
okay?
over a bump.
Were they okay?
Yeah, they were okay, but there was like 8 people that got out of that car, but half the car was under the bus. So they were good. It was crazy. Our bus
scary.
driver, that lady didn't even get out. She was just like,
No.
yeah, it was wild. I think it was the car's fault though. That's probably why she didn't get out. She's probably like, "It's not my fault."
But she should still get out.
I know. I know. She at least do something. Look like you care.
she's
when
like,
you-
I'm
the
not
car's
getting
under
paid
your
for
bus.
this.
I saw
know.
this video of this old man. He was a bus driver recently, and when they were driving, some car driving by, like some like shard of metal or
saw
something,
that too.
went through the window and stabbed him.
It went through and came right through the glass and right into his chest, and you just see like, oh, it was terrifying.
Wait, it's like a
It's
It
like
was, being, it was filmed like a dash
internal
cam.
camera
I
on
just
the
put mine on.
driver.
what?
So,
But not in his heart. He was okay, but he still like he was just screaming in pain, obviously, while still driving this bus of kids, and he somehow pulled over the car and got them
Oh, the
safely
poor
okay.
kids.
Poor man.
I know, but like, sorry, I was thinking like how
Watching your
traumatizing that
driver.
would be. Like, and
Well, they didn't even know
like,
what happened because he's just screaming. They're
Wow.
like, "What's going on?" And then another adult was on the bus, and he like
Okay,
walked
God.
up.
The
to
wind
help
did
him,
the
yeah.
windshield completely like shatter with
I
the?
think it was a side window, wasn't it?
So in the angle, you can't really see the windshield. I think it was more like towards the facing the driver.
Yeah.
So you just see like something come and like hit him in the chest.
oof.
And he was an old man, but he's okay. He's
Wow.
It just reminds me of like those people that like throw rocks off of like a
Yeah.
overpass.
Thinking it's
okay.
harmless.
I know.
Crazy.
I know.
Awful.
Didn't something just came out? It was like
Yeah.
a few months ago where like someone killed somebody. They threw out like a big rock to the
Went-
highway and
went
it
through
like
the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
People are crazy. They're awful.
But like, what's going? Like, I wonder what's going through those kids' head. Like, oh, this is like harmless. No one's gonna get hurt. We're just gonna be stupid. Or like,
It's one of those things
intentions
where
are
you,
to.
not to. I don't think to like actually hurt. It's like the. I don't think I'm gonna hit them. Let's just do it anyways. It's like when I was a kid, I had a slingshot, and we would go to this campground,
Oh.
and we would shoot gumballs out of the slingshot. And I remember there was a squirrel in a tree really far away.
Oh shit!
And like we were just like shooting the tree, just like playing around, and I was just like, one shot up at the, and I hit the squirrel.
No.
Killed him?
No idea how I did. It's just like you don't think it's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Oh, so you're a serial killer?
No.
They usually start off with killing animals.
No, because I literally cried and I felt he didn't die.
Oh.
He was fine.
Oh, you
Really?
cried.
But
He got hit and he didn't die?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He did because he
You're looking
captured
at me like
him.
you don't. Oh, he didn't?
I'm just like, how does a gumball from that velocity not kill a
Hey,
squirrel?
gumball's heavy.
Gumballs are hard.
I know.
They're hard.
She's like, how weak was your
He
slingshot?
He got hit and then he just jumped and ran.
Oh,
You want to
Bubba.
tell his mom.
He has a family.
He has a family.
But
Oh,
yeah,
I
no,
can't.
mortified after that. Never again.
Never again.
I put the slingshot away.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, we went to an aquarium.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, how was your dream aquarium, Remy? Our 5.5 hour drive to get to?
Okay, I would like to formally apologize. So the reason why we went in this RV was we had a giveaway winner on the Patreon. Shout out Patreon.
Hey.
Patreon.com/basically unfiltered.
Sherry Heidi.
Sherry Heidi. And Sherry commented that we should get high and go to an aquarium. And we thought, oh my God, that's such an amazing idea. And then I took this as my opportunity to instead suggest that we go to what is allegedly the best aquarium in this, the second best aquarium in the States, the best on the West Coast, the most amazing aquarium. It's called the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and Finding Dory was based on it. And I've always wanted to go my whole life, and I thought, guys, like, oh my God, we
This
should
is
go.
the opportunity.
This is like, imagine how good it's going to be. Imagine the content. And then also, like, if we wanted to make more content, we could also like road trip up there. It'd be really fun. And then Heath was like, oh my God, let's get an RV. And we all were like, yeah, let's get an RV. And then we went, and the aquarium was not very good.
It's not what we expected.
It was my first time in an aquarium, so it looked really cool. Like that, it looked just like how I saw in the movies, like the big glass windows, the big one, that middle one. I was like, oh my God, this is everything that I imagined. But
it was nice, but it was not what we had expected and what we had been told it was going to be.
Yes. I don't mean to be rude at all, obviously.
No, be rude.
it's-
This just sucked.
No. Like it was a really cool place. It was a very educational place for people to learn. Lots of like field trips, very cute.
I will say one thing about that aquarium, they seemed really animal forward.
Oh,
Yes,
they
as
love
it
their
should
animals.
be.
You can tell that they care for the animals more than like other aquariums. So I felt really good that they were all taken care of. It didn't seem like this money grab. It seemed like they were like helping the animals, and that was really nice about it. Because there was the one giant sunfish that they used to have that got like too big, and they didn't want it to be like stuck in this like smaller, aquarium situation. So I will give them that. So
Absolutely.
I respect that.
I think I just had really high expectations because I love the aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach. It's a good aquarium. So I was expecting this one to just be like twice as like the colors of Finding Dory. Like I was expecting Finding Dory and I didn't get that.
We did not find Dory.
No,
Just
we
watch
didn't.
Finding Dory, and I think you don't need to go to an aquarium.
But it's okay. It still was a really fun trip. Honestly, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
It is.
And we had a really good time in the RV. We made memories. It was just all over.
One of my
trip.
favorite parts, though, was like towards the end when we were like, oh, maybe we're missing like a wing of the whole place. Like maybe we're missing a whole area. And we all, because the only other thing we know what to say is we all kept being like, where's the anglerfish? There's
That's
the
all
only
we cared
fish
about was
we
this
could think
fucking
of.
anglerfish.
we didn't say sharks. There was one shark I saw.
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
Oh my God. Wait, did anyone watch Flipper?
Yes.
Yes, the dolphin movie.
Yes.
Wait, is that with the fake tail?
Flipper.
Oh,
They made a robotic tail for the
You're
fish.
thinking of
Dolphin
dolphin
tail.
tail.
Oh my
Dolphin
So
God.
tail.
close, so close.
Close.
I just thought of the hammerhead.
You guys want to know something funny though that I'm just putting together now, and I didn't because I was high? The whole reason why the anglerfish was such a phenomenon is because we've never seen a living anglerfish.
Oh.
So why were we expecting to see one at the aquarium?
That's
Right.
true,
They live
yeah.
like thousands of feet down.
yeah.
But they did have organisms in the aquarium that lived
Organisms.
thousands feet down.
Yes,
It was-
and what were they called?
The deep sea organisms.
The deep sea wing of this place was very deceiving. It's
but
like
it
their
makes
new.
sense.
It
But
doesn't.
They
It
made
does.
it. They made it sound like there was gonna be all of those creatures there.
The dude
It was-
said it's gonna be really scary down there when you guys get it. It's gonna be freaky. You're gonna see
Okay,
some
but that
crazy
crab was
stuff.
pretty creepy.
Oh my God. Ew.
That crab
I don't
was
know if
pretty
I can eat
crazy.
crab anymore, guys. Like truly, that crabs are like the spiders of the ocean.
It was the size of this chair.
Yeah, it was
It was pretty crazy.
It's called the Japanese spider crab.
Okay. Listening comprehension skills.
Because it freaked me out. I was like, I never want to see that thing again. It's a Japanese spider crab.
I hate spiders.
Oh,
It was
our
pretty
little
cool.
marine biologist over here.
It's
But
true.
it
I'm
did.
very
It
impressed.
did make me want fucking crab so bad. I just wanted to dip it in butter. But it's crazy. They had a seafood restaurant in this aquarium.
Attached.
That was
That's
wild.
weird. It's
wild.
weird.
Wild.
It
Who
was,
I'm
for
hungry.
educational purposes. It wasn't a real restaurant. It was to sit there and learn more
No,
sustainable
no.
practices.
There was a
There
restaurant.
was the restaurant right there attached to it, right past it. Yes.
Oh,
Not
the
the one
cafe
that we
was-
saw. That was like you
The
learned.
cafe
It was
was serving fish.
The one
yes, it
outside?
was served. It was
outside.
No,
a
it
sea
was
cafe.
not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess if
If the animals die, they have to at least try to sell them and cook them, right?
You know, it's like the respect thing. You shoot it, you kill it, you eat it. So maybe their whole motto is like, hey, if we're gonna be showing these off, we might as well eat it.
I have so many things.
The otter show was not available for us.
Show.
Yeah,
Show.
that's true.
It wasn't a show, everybody.
It was a
They're
show.
redoing the otter habitat.
Yeah, because apparently they messed
Don't
up
say
the
sh-
glass.
The whole thing's a show.
The
They're
exhibit.
the exhibit. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
It's
we're
not-
trying
They're
to be
not
fri-
making the otters do flips. Don't worry.
They should have.
You know what's funny though? It's like we were expecting that, but like obviously we
Yes.
weren't. You know what I mean?
I was. Why
I
is
was
there?
expecting more species. That's what I was
Yeah.
expecting
Yeah.
personally.
Well, what
Not
we
much
didn't.
diversity with the aquatic life that they had.
No.
aquatic species. They had some really cool jellyfish. I will give them
The
that.
But
jelly.
there were like so many, and then okay, they don't have a heart, a brain, a soul, stuff.
We learned a lot.
We learned so, and then I'm like, so they're just like cells, and then they're reproducing
But
like
they
crazy,
eat and have a stomach.
and they eat each other. It like
Yeah, some eat each other.
now I'm kind of like I don't know if I fuck with jellyfish.
I think we all walked away a little smarter, which I like.
We did. We
Very
got to
fun.
touch a jellyfish.
We did.
We
What
got
kind of jelly?
We got to caress it. 2 fingers.
2 fingers, toe or head to tail.
Head to tail. Head to tail.
And
yeah.
what kind of jellyfish did we touch?
We touched
Moon.
Oh.
moon.
Moon shadow, moon ridge,
Moon jelly.
moon jelly.
It's just called moon jelly.
I have moon boots. Sorry, I was a little let down, but they were very sweet. They did give us a backstage.
But we
little
were
tour.
also.
They did.
You know what? We were high, which means that it should have been better.
No, well, I think
You know what I mean?
I was
If we were-
sitting and watching things so much more than I would have if I wasn't high.
Yeah.
So I feel like I enjoyed it more.
High.
Also,
How, yeah.
So it was very disappointing. It was more disappointing. than
Imagine
I
how
thought.
I felt.
please let us just say, I'm sure the Monterey Bay Aquarium does amazing things for conservation and they
Absolutely.
do great things for educational purposes. We just wanted to say our true experience because
Yes.
as someone who's wanted to go my whole life and we made the trip, I literally forced my friends to go on a trip 6 hours north to see it. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So
Yeah.
I just want to give that still an amazing experience, but maybe if you're like me and you're dreaming of going, think again.
I
Yeah,
will-
you would have loved our school. We had a whole marine
That's what our-
department.
No, you did not.
We had we
That
had
was our magnet program.
Magnet
Shut
program. No, it was
up.
environmental science, but we had a huge what did I just say?
Marine biology.
Marine section.
Wait, what'd you do?
Beach cleanup.
Yeah.
Wait, that's awesome.
That was my senior project.
Also,
Okay.
Jacques Cousteau came in, or his son.
Okay.
That was sick. He showed us the little submarine they used to would go underwater with.
Mm-hmm.
The little man-made submarine. You ever heard of that?
Never. Oh, you never. Oh, then
Never
you
heard of
must
that?
not
All
like the
the
science.
ocean.
But our teacher, she was
Oh no.
Oh, she was nasty all year, but when
Nasty.
Jacques
Oh.
Cousteau's grandson came in, boy,
and she was married too. We're like, Miss, what are you doing?
Jordan, you know what we're talking about.
You real
really?
flirty for a married woman with 2 kids.
Let her have it.
Yeah, I will. Miss Miss
Okay, but we enjoyed it, but I don't want to come to the podcast and hype it up and have people let down like we were.
You don't have to even say we enjoyed it. We didn't enjoy it.
Okay, be a little nice.
It was a good day. It was
Be
cool.
real.
It was cool, but it was just a little bit of a letdown.
No, I think here's the thing. We were expecting like a tunnel of all glass with sharks everywhere that
Yeah.
we can like lay down and look at. It was our fault for not like doing research.
We also wanted it to be a surprise and
Yeah.
not ruin the experience.
Yeah.
Do your
Yeah.
research.
Might I suggest though, the Georgia Aquarium, which is the #1 in,
expecting.
it might even be the world, but
I think
definitely top for number one for the States for sure. Top 3 in the world. Incredible experience.
So is that one
Okinawa has
crazy
a really
because
big
they
one.
have like the humongous animals?
They
We
have
giant.
whale sharks there.
Got it. So
I think
remember
we were-
that
we
big
were-
tank we were looking at where it was
Yeah.
like huge, something like that they have, but it's like
times
just filled
20.
with.
It's huge. Manta rays, whale sharks, all these different kinds of sharks.
Like I want to see the top aquarium have mermaids and shit in it. I want to see
Yeah.
sirens.
Okay.
Like
Ring the alarm.
I want to like make it memorable. I want to walk out of there and be
Zane
like, damn,
Zane
that's
thought he
real.
was swimming with the animals.
he thought-
I thought we were going to be able to get into a tank.
Typhoon Lagoon. You got to swim with the animals.
That's
What is
right.
Typhoon Lagoon?
Water park in Florida. We used to swim with the
Oh.
sharks.
Rapids.
Have
Yeah,
you guys
and it
been
was
to
a-
Atlantis?
No, but that's a side. You're swimming through it in a tube. This one you got to swim with them.
Oh, actually, for real?
right?
Really?
Was
What
it maybe,
kind of sharks?
Wait, why do I feel like there was glass?
I was
saying
going
no.
with it. I have no idea what. Zane's
No,
talking
no,
about.
Typhoon. Y'all, anybody that's been to
Zane,
Typhoon Lagoon?
Typhoon
looking it
Lagoon's
up.
a water park.
Yes.
There's no way you're swimming with sharks at a water park.
That'd be kind of sad.
I'm being dead ass serious.
Also, no,
It's
no,
like-
no.
it was like an
'Cause for it
LED
to be
screen.
sharks-
No, I have
they
a
were
feeling.
real.
I have a feeling it must have been like a glass between us.
Of
Also,
course.
wait, but to
Thank you,
keep-
Jordan. Can you say it louder in the mic?
The Shark Reef attraction at Disney Typhoon Lagoon.
Disney. That makes
you
way
very
more
much.
sense.
Eat my
Oh,
ass.
it's shut down.
It's shut down because you're swimming with sharks.
Somebody got bit.
Yeah, so something happened. But they were saying like be very careful. You have to swim slowly across from one end to one end.
Okay.
Wait,
Which at the
what?
time, now thinking about it, I was like, that's not a thing to put in a water park for kids.
Okay.
Disney's water
Typhoon
Disney.
Lagoon's Shark Reef was a man-made saltwater lagoon at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon Water Park in Orlando, Florida. Guests could snorkel through a sunken ship in the 362,000-gallon dual tank habitat, which was home to tropical fish, rays, and small sharks.
Wow.
Attraction permanently closed in 2016, likely due to operating costs.
Yeah, right. Someone got bit.
Wow.
Operating
Snorkeling
costs.
for 5 to 15 minutes, $20.
That's not bad.
5 minutes? For $20?
That was not. That's crazy. My parents paid that much.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
I know they did not want to
I
spend
paid
that money.
$20 for a strawberry lemonade.
Grammy
Monterey.
paid $19 for a strawberry. I thought that's what you were about to say. I was like, you didn't say it.
True.
That was gifted to me.
Gifted.
Hashtag
I know. I
gifted.
can't. That's sick that you got it gifted.
I will say Alicia and I are about to go to Japan.
We are.
And I want to go try all the really fun, expensive fruits, like the fruits that are made for gifts.
Yes.
But I feel like those, like the strawberry that we ate the other day. I swear, when we went to Japan, the fruits were
They were all amazing.
The
Yeah.
strawberry tasted like
Yeah.
all of them though in Japan. So
So
why do I feel
imagine
like-
the nice ones.
Asia does fruit very, very, very well. I think it has to do probably with like the humidity and like the climate.
or they don't
but
inject shit in theirs like we do.
that as
Exactly.
well. That as well.
spray
But
it.
specifically, Japan is known for their fruits, especially like the really, really expensive specialty fruits, because they give them as gifts. It's like a sign of
Oh.
respect to bring to like a housewarming or a party or something. You bring someone a really nice fruit.
Instead of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Like fruit.
Oh, it's like that's kind of wow.
And I was telling Jordan, for instance, this company that gave me the strawberry, they have a melon that's $100, which obviously insane.
Worth it.
I will say for the currency exchange, it's less in Japan, but still it's a really expensive melon. But what they do is like a normal melon vine here will produce like X amount of melons, a lot of them obviously. What they'll do in Japan is when the melons start to flower, they'll cut off all the melons that grow so that all of the energy from the plant goes into making one
One.
singular melon. So it's the sweetest, all of the juice and all of the like sugar and everything, it's all in this one melon.
And it would be
Interesting.
a crime if we went there and did not experience
The
A
$100 lemon.
melon.
a $100 melon.
A melon. No, I'm excited.
You can order stuff from another country like fruit wise, but you can't bring it back yourself, right? They stop it at customs.
Usually.
Yes.
I do think my favorite part of the road trip though was Solyvang, and that wasn't even planned.
Yeah, that was just like a quick stop. Got those dogs, right? What, a
Schnitzels? We were driving up, and I was looking at the map, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna drive right through Solyvang." And I've been there a couple times, and I just love it. It's this cute little like Danish town in the middle of nowhere. And they hadn't been, so I was like, "Oh my gosh, we have to go. You guys have to see this place." That was the highlight. That was so fun. We stopped and got this sausage buffet experience type thing, and then little like pastries, chocolates.
How much did you pay for the sampler, the 4 sausage sampler?
I think it was 4 different sausages was $24 or something like that.
It's not bad. It's a pretty good deal.
They charge you $1 a bun though.
That's
You with
that's
your
where you
4
lose
buns.
me.
You with your mound of buns.
I thought I was gonna eat all
That
the buns.
jalapeno cheddar though,
Insane.
great.
That was really cool. It was cool that like on the menu they listed what country each
Yeah.
different dog
Yeah.
was from. That was cool.
That's sick.
And then we went to like the little chocolate split. Oh, the as seen on TV
Oh,
shop.
yes. That's my dream. I'm going to play with my little blackjack thing I got tonight.
And everything they had out was empty boxes because I think had so many people steal from there, where they just now have empty boxes everywhere, and you have to ask for them to get it from the back.
I wonder where that guy's getting stuff because he said that he just got a shipment in that day. And I'm like,
TV.
where are you ordering? Yeah.
Yeah,
Just sitting on the
from
phone
TV.
thing, shipping and handling.
Dial now. Get 3 for the low price.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a pretty sick store. And then we also went to Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, which Alicia
Yes.
and I love.
Yeah, 1 out of like 10 different places that we went to. I'm getting a stomach ache just thinking about how much
Y'all,
dessert we ate.
I
that
don't know
entire
how
trip.
you did it.
It was
We just-
impressive.
We didn't stop.
I've never seen anyone get the chocolate covered cheesecake before.
Oh, was it good?
It looked
Zane,
amazing.
It was frozen.
Frozen cheesecake.
Oh no,
It-
it's so good. Yeah.
Dude, and that chocolate shell on it, it just like crackled it. Oh, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I wish there was more cheesecake options though. Instead of just like a plain cheesecake, I wanted
Well,
like
not many people are
Ooh.
probably getting that, so they're not gonna have a bunch of cheesecake options, right? I feel because they have so much different varieties of chocolate.
Imagine like a raspberry swirl
yes
with a chocolate
Yes,
dip.
I needed a little bit of
Mhm.
like a fruit inside.
What's everyone's Cheesecake Factory cheesecake order?
30th anniversary with fresh strawberries on the side.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow,
what's
that was
the 30th
quick.
anniversary?
It's like a black and white one. So there's like there's chocolate. It's Ask Mia, like that's
Yum.
with fresh, not that
Okay.
glazed shit. It's
I
so
love the
good.
glazed ones.
Okay, I have 2 answers. Am I health conscious this night or am I?
Skinny-licious.
They have the Skinnylicious guilt-free cheesecake. It's the same as their like original one, but there's no sugar
Made
in
with
it.
Splenda.
Well, yeah, Splenda cake.
It's got that Splenda logo.
Cancer or calories, baby? Which one you want?
Basically,
It's you pick your poison. You know, if you're trying to lose weight, pick the fucking Splenda cake.
The Skinnylicious menu. It just makes me laugh because the word Skinnylicious is crazy.
Yeah.
and
It's
like,
a crazy
and
word.
everything is just skinny. The menu is skinny.
It's also
That's
skinny.
the word.
Yeah.
Everything
Right,
is
and
It's
just
also 2025. How are they getting away with that? Truly.
Then what do we call
Let's
the
cancel the Cheesecake Factory.
what do we call
Yeah.
the main menu?
Fattylicious.
fatty.
Huh.
I know. I can't talk too much shit about Cheesecake Factory. I actually like fucking love it.
Okay,
No,
no,
I love the Cheesecake Factory.
I
it's
can
my-
talk shit because my like 3 things, I forget what they even were now. My 3 go-to orders. One year they just got rid of all of them, and I was like,
All of them?
They do that
They-
though.
they
What are the
it
orders?
was
What are
like-
the orders?
It was like a salmon, like orzo thing. It was so good.
yum.
Then the oh my god, soy glazed edamame. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it
Those
was
were good.
so good.
The Korean cauliflower though is
That one's good.
probably the best menu item they have.
And then I was like, fine, I'm never coming
They
again.
just dropped new menu items. Actually, I saw on TikTok that a lot of food reviewers were going because they have a whole new menu.
Should
Oh
we
yeah,
go?
I was at the
The release,
the release.
the launch party.
Launch party.
I
and
would
reopening.
love to go to a launch party of a Cheesecake Factory. There are brand new items. Like imagine new items for over 10 years.
Patreon blog.
Oh my god! But the crusted chicken romano, I just think is just beautiful. I think it's created with perfection. The sauce that you ask,
It
you
is
have to
good.
ask for extra on the side. They never give you enough. You have to ask for extra on the side. You pour it a little bit on your pasta. There's something. There's something about it that just
I will say
it cures. It cures.
I like
cancer.
their breaded chicken.
their bread's amazing. The chocolate bread.
No.
Yes.
I
Why?
just hate that they keep those butter packets ice cold.
Mm-hmm. I knew you were
Just
gonna
put it.
You
Or
can't spread it. You can't do
Did you
anything
call
with
it
it.
chocolate bread?
And then you're mashing up this little slice of bread, trying to get butter to like spread on it, and it turns into this small little mush thing at the end
I
with
kind of
just
love
a chunk
eating
of
the
butter.
lump though.
No.
Like it's good.
what are we at a diner?
I,
You know what I mean?
hate that.
It's
Cheesecake Factory.
It's not a diner.
Michelin.
It's Cheesecake Factory.
Also, it's kind of it is
is.
expensive.
It's
It's not
no,
kind of, it's
we
expensive.
we went there when we were like, oh, we want to go out like all out tonight.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Outback, we want to spend a little bit more money. We're going to Cheesecake Factory.
No, same.
It's like fancy. It's like Mastro's for us.
Okay,
Back then.
no, same. Okay,
They do the brown bread community calls it chocolate bread.
but it's
But
not
I don't
made
like
with
the brown
chocolate.
bread.
No, it's
wheat.
just
It's just
pumpernickel,
wheat.
right?
Or pump.
Yeah,
know.
I think it is.
I think we asked one time and they said it was wheat. It's not like pumpkin. It's literally wheat bread. But for some reason, just we all love the wheat one more.
I like the white bread personally.
I love sourdough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I like their bang bang chicken and shrimp. That's my personal favorite.
All right.
I highly
Bang.
recommend. It's like a little Thai curry moment. And the cake I like, or the cheesecake, is probably the one with the strawberries, the glazed strawberries on top.
Oh.
A classic.
If I'm going all out, I'm doing the s'mores.
Ooh.
They put a whole big ass marshmallow on top and then they torch it.
Oh.
And it melts down the side of the cheesecake and then they just stuff a
Does a
graham
diner
cracker
do
in the
that?
top.
Let's go.
It's unbelievable.
I like they have an Oreo one, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah.
What's
it's
the
probably Oreo one.
tuxedo cheesecake?
Oh,
I
it's
see
got
it on the menu all the time,
Like
and I'm
black
like,
and white.
It's the black Oreo crust with the cheesecake.
Okay.
And then I don't know what's on top of it. Maybe like a chocolate drizzle or something.
Oh, okay.
I just realized
We love food, you
Oh,
guys.
before you continue, it's National Oreo Day, so everybody
No, it's not.
say happy. Yeah, it's National Oreo Day,
I
right?
think it is.
It is.
I
Yeah.
got a text this morning. Happy National
did
Oreo
you
Day.
celebrate?
I haven't eaten an Oreo yet, but I'm celebrating right here in my
Okay.
heart. Yeah.
Okay.
Zane's
It's stretching
Heath's face.
my
Your ass.
no, it's like
Are you stretching your ass?
it's like this connects to my
Did you see Zane's butt pulsing when he was ordering at the chocolate factory? That was out of control.
There's no way that was the
I go to
first
a
time.
full body like high, like chills throughout my body. It's
No,
again
it
an
was-
addiction.
It was gripping your jeans.
Because it was ready
just-
to munch. It was ready to go to town. I ordered every single assortment of chocolate in that store.
I think
they
you did
were
get one of
thrilled.
everything.
They loved me because they're like, we've never had anybody spend that much.
You're
in
my
this
number
store.
one customer.
No, it was
Punch card.
like I could never work in a store like that. I would literally.
I don't know how Hadaya did it because Hadaya worked at a shop that's very similar to
Oh
that
my
called
God.
Kilwins.
But she has
Self-control.
Self-control. She does. When it comes with sweets, she does. Yeah.
I feel like it's also different when you work there because it's just always there.
You know what? I feel like it would be really gross, like chocolate like that, because it's like good chocolate, but it's really heavy chocolate, so you can't eat too much of that.
Yeah, it's what do they call it? Decadent.
Decadent.
Like when it's like
Too decadent.
very rich,
Yeah,
where you can
yeah,
only
yeah.
have like a bite.
If I was at a donut shop,
Mm.
game over. Like donut shop, I'd be
fresh out the fryer.
Yeah, fresh. Oh, like a Krispy Kreme.
At the Krispy Kreme, during the like conveyor belt, just like
Oh!
head underneath.
Wait, I just got really excited.
This whole
Like, I
episode
wanna
is just
do-
food.
I want us to do it like a vlog where we go to Krispy Kreme.
If you told me you were
whole
driving 5.5 hours to go to a Krispy Kreme,
The first
I would
one?
say that is more worth it than driving 5.5 hours
first-
for an aquarium.
Aquarium. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
So we
first
didn't have fun.
I had fun, Remy.
Thank you.
I really did.
Me too.
Especially when we started that movement
Yes.
when we laid on the floor.
Yes.
Zane was having a movement too.
What was the
bowel movement. That tummy ache was going, boy.
It was.
He had gas the whole RV.
No, I did. No, somebody was farting and it wasn't me.
That I actually
You
at one
smelled that
point-
too. Okay, that
No.
was no. I always.
I think we were driving through a like
Oh
a
yes, we were. It's when I was in the front with Cal. I remember.
I think we were driving through something cuz
Oh, don't even.
I think they're going back and forth with the farts. They're like,
No.
no, I'm really good at this. Every time I fart, immediately I call it out. I'm like, guys, I'm so sorry I farted.
Heads up.
Heads
Heads
up.
up.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
feel like
really
you
good.
do.
I think it was Remy because she kept being like, Cal, your boot. Cal's boot just.
Ooh.
It's because he's been wearing it. Gets sweaty. Cal's boot is really stinky.
No.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, DraftKings Casino.
The great rewards hunt is on, so join the adventure with DraftKings Casino. For fun seekers, follow the trail to huge jackpots, weekly bonuses, and exclusive games.
Plus, new players can get their losses back up to $1,000 in casino credits on their first day. Just sign up with code BASIC and start playing to get up to $1,000 in casino credits back with a minimum of $5 net loss.
Only on DraftKings Casino, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly, 21 plus.
Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Lost back for 24 hours up to 1,000 in non-withdrawable casino credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos.
Thank you, DraftKings, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you.
You know what? I haven't felt this way in a long time, and I forgot this feeling. But being around teenagers,
I know
the
where you're going.
stress that being around teenagers brings on.
It triggered me when as soon as I heard that, I was like, I immediately clenched up my butt. I was like, fuck, it's happening, it's happening.
Oh, like I'm so scared of them making fun of me.
So we were in the section with like a giant tank, and just people were just like kind of on the bottom floor and top floor, just kind of like watching.
Yeah.
And we just hear like maybe 15 to 20 like
Field
perfect
trip.
like middle school, high school kids, and they're just like, you could tell that they're all
You just
fucking
know
with
they're
each
talking
other.
shit.
Talking shit, fucking with each other, and we're sitting there. We're like, "Oh my god, this
Please
is
don't
like,
talk about us. Please don't talk
please
about
don't
us.
talk about, please don't,"
us.
because once they come after you, there's nothing you can do.
No.
You have to let them continue to like keep going on you until they walk away. It's this like weird thing. Heath and
Yeah, if you fight back, it's even more embarrassing.
yeah, so man, what are you 30? You're talking like that to a kid? It's like, damn, that they're right though. It's like so embarrassing.
I think I'm super stressed out. Like if we have boys, for them to get to that age, I'm like, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be really tough.
I don't even know what you do. Like truly. And it's so crazy also that now we're at the age where like those kids were running around and an adult, which we are adults, scolded them and we clapped for the adult because we are more on the adult side now than
That
the
is
kid
crazy.
side.
Very telling.
That's really sad.
When did that happen? When did that start happening?
We were sitting. I remember the worker was like,
They were like dropping stuff
find-
from the front,
yeah.
the top level to the bottom level. And like, while people were walking, she's like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. And Mariah and I were like, oh, our kids would never do that.
Oh, you were paying attention to that? Oh, I had to tune them out because I was like, if they don't see me, they won't do anything to me.
If I put
literally
my
had to-
glasses on, I'll be invisible.
no, we were like, oh, we should have brought glasses. So we like, you know, feel far from people.
There was a
Privacy.
lot of chances for kids to like really make fun of us. They were filled with kids throughout the whole entire aquarium.
I don't think they made fun of us.
No, they didn't.
They
It's
were
just
very
like
nice
this.
kids.
It's this
Yeah.
like thing that I was
You were
bullied a
just
lot.
high.
In school,
You were
yeah.
high. You were high.
And I was high too.
I always
That
just
didn't
get
help.
really nervous, that they're just going to be mean.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just look at them weird. Just be like,
Like I'd rather an adult come up to me and be mean to me than a kid.
I agree.
100%
Like
because
that
I can
time
take that.
I slipped in front of those kids in Hawaii
Yeah.
and I caught myself and they laughed at me in the elevator and got
That's
out
rough.
and said, good luck. Or what did they say to me? They said something like that
forget.
sticks with me
Oh.
for some reason. But I think
kids.
it's because like little Remy was like always so embarrassed around like other boys, like around boys.
Yeah.
That I
Yeah.
like can tap into that and I just want to like hold her.
It's like the lady who fell when we were ordering
No.
ice cream.
don't bring it up. That was
Oh my,
sad.
that was really bad.
I
And
thought
you knew she was still hurt too.
And-
yeah.
It sucks because like when you see somebody fall, your first instinct is to laugh at them and point and make fun.
That's like my third.
I'm
but
kidding.
I'm
Not
fine.
anymore.
Like we ran up to go help like pick her up, but on their end, the person that fell is embarrassed and was like hoping nobody saw it. So then they want to play it cool, like they don't need help. And you also don't want to make it like seem like you just saw it. Like it's kind of like a weird, you're there to help, but you don't know if you should offer it because you don't want
Don't
them
call
to have the
attention to it.
attention.
Yeah, everyone's
It's-
so different. Because for me, like I'm fine, but if someone like asks if I'm okay, I will start crying. So I'm like,
Same, yeah.
I'm good. Like please don't.
Yeah.
But also I need to realize like not everyone feels that way. So for me, I'm usually more like, oh, unless they're like physically like hurt, then I
Yeah.
won't go up and. I mean, I'll ask if they're okay, but like you and Mariah like darted out of the place to like go see, and I was like, well, I'm glad you guys are here because I would be more like,
What do you do?
are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
okay?
But that
like,
that sound, the sound that made, that sounded like a sign fell to the ground. Like it was a big fall. I think she fell from the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Like I don't think she
Did.
touched
She did.
any of the stairs on the way
did.
down. And she hit that shit hard. I was like, I genuinely thought she like, I think she did like actually fuck up somewhere, and she just didn't want to
she's
say
definitely
anything.
still feeling it.
Poor thing.
Yeah, she
Yeah, it's
was
one of those
older,
things
too.
where you're like, I don't want to call attention, but also
Yeah.
I'm a really bad person if I don't ask if she needs help when she needs help.
Yeah. When
Yeah,
you were
Heath
saying
was like trying to vlog her. I was like, Heath, no.
Oh my God, you guys.
you guys just saw that, right? Did we catch that?
Poor lady.
Yo, chat, did you catch that?
Yo, chat, you guys saw this? When you were saying it, like if somebody asked you that you want to cry, it just reminded me when I was a kid. I don't know if anybody else had this, but anytime a teacher like when I would have to talk to a teacher, I would get really emotional and be on the verge of tears. I don't know
Like,
what it is.
If you were in trouble or just in general?
No, just like raising your hand to talk. I would get choked up and like start like feeling like I needed to cry when I was talking to a teacher. And sometimes it would be like that with my parents too. I don't know what that feeling is, but like I just always felt like I had to cry every time I would talk to a teacher.
Anxiety. Right?
Is that what it is?
I mean, that's what it sounds like to
Or
me.
like
just,
a person of authority in any way, like
Yeah.
as a kid. I get that.
yeah, it's like a.
I
Nobody else?
didn't have that as much,
No,
but
that's really sweet.
no, you're like,
Remy, anxiety doesn't exist. You can't live in Remy.
for me, if ever was mad, I like even now, if I'm mad, I just cry because I like don't, and then I just don't know how to like process that. And then diving into my childhood trauma, I learned it's because I just didn't know how to like. I didn't know how to deal with anger, or like wasn't taught how to be angry in like a healthy way. So I just like would cry like that. My body like instead of being angry ever, I would just start crying.
You just
I
let it
tear
out.
up too when I'm like really angry. I'll just start like.
But then it sucks because people are like, "Oh, you're crying." I'm like, "No, I'm mad. I'm pissed."
Yeah.
But like, I'm not. I doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Do
Childhood
you
trauma.
tear up when you're angry?
Should we talk about childhood trauma?
I do.
Let's talk about childhood trauma.
Let's unpack it.
You
Yeah.
can unpack it.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I do tear up when I get angry.
Oh, this is great for kids. I also learned because my mom, her story is fucking crazy. I would love for her to come on Pretty Basic one time and actually share it all. But she was adopted, had, and then her parents like fought all the time, alcoholics, crazy shit happened all the time. So
She was adopted at birth or
adopted at birth, low key like under the table. She was $200 or $300, and every day I'm like, "Mom, you are priceless." But she was like under the table, right?
Oh, wow.
Crazy. Anyway, her adopted parents were amazing, but they had their own issues. So, and she was an only child also. Where was I going with this?
You're doing pretty well. I think you're telling
Childhood
us.
trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, so anyways, because they fought all the time, and my mom was like, "Oh my God," she'd have to like break them up and all this stuff at a very young age. When she was when she was married to my dad, she never wanted to fight in front of the kids, aka me and my sister. But because they never fought in front of us, we never saw healthy fighting. So we just saw anything of conflict is bad. So like I didn't realize that until I was in my 20s that like, oh, I never even saw a good example of like healthy fighting, of how to like resolve issues, because they would always do it so we wouldn't see it. Even though it was good intentions, it still fucked us up. And Ashley's the same way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they would like hold any sort of like argument or anything until you guys weren't there, and then they would go.
Yeah. All good intentions. But then
Right.
as an adult, I'm like, oh, well, now I don't have the tools of like being angry.
How to talk
being
through.
angry isn't bad, but like learning how to talk it through and like
Did you ever know that they were fighting in private? Like, did you like hear them?
a few times. And I remember thinking like,
What's going on?
oh my God, what's happening? And then my mom was like, we're okay. Like, just go upstairs. And I remember thinking like, that like shit was going down. Like I was just like, oh,
You were
Aren't
like-
you
were like-
aren't parents like don't parents normally do that like most of the time? Like not
I
do it in
don't
front of the
remember
kids?
like my parents like fighting in front of me.
Yeah, I feel like most would like keep
The
it
only
behind.
thing, it would be like kicking under the table. I remember getting kicked in my shin all the time.
Really?
If you were-
If you said something wrong.
If I said something wrong, or like it would just be this.
the look.
while
the
other
look.
people are like while other guests
Yeah,
were
yeah.
around, or just
Yeah.
the four of you. Oh.
Yeah, if we were like in public, or if we were at like one of their
Mm.
like my parents' friend's
Friend's
house.
Yeah.
Boy, when you got them
better reel it
teeth,
in.
The teeth.
and I don't know what she was mouthing to me, but it was just like,
It's like, you better
Just
stop.
showing
It's just a
them.
little just
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to
The
show
dog
you.
in the car.
yeah,
Mariah.
it's a dog snarling.
Yeah, just getting an ass whooping when you get home.
Boy,
That's
did I
it.
stop though.
Yeah.
That's what we
You
got.
don't need to know what she's saying. You'll
Yeah.
stop.
Oh, you knew.
Your mom had them heels on too.
She just bam.
I'm dead.
Who was worse, you or your brother when it came to
Probably
it was
me.
bad. You?
Yeah. My brother, like, obviously you guys know, he's like quiet. He never
Yeah.
just like, he just kept to himself. Most very quiet.
Mm.
And then I was like the loud, kind of like annoying one. And we didn't like get in trouble like in school or anything like that. But if there was something, it was usually me that I
Yeah.
was like, I was just being dumb.
I think just like putting us in a classroom setting was always just the worst part. I think as soon as we left the classroom, like I feel like we were pretty good.
you were worse than your brother?
No, my brother was way worse than I was. I
Oh.
was an angel baby. And then my brother was really bad. My first memory ever was at the, not ever, but like one of my, it honestly might be, I was really young. I was like 5 and he was 3. And we were at the like kids club where my mom would like go to the gym and she'd drop us off like in the front area. And I remember going down the slide. I have like literally a vision of going down the slide and hearing screaming and being like, Shane. And I got up and I went to the front and Shane had gone up and bitten a kid's nose so hard. He broke skin.
no.
We got
What?
banned from the kids club. I didn't get to go back. He was a biter. But he was a baby.
It was
but
just a little nibble.
he was broke skin. And I remember literally being
biter.
like,
I think I was.
That's a good method, though. I mean, hey, if you're
too.
you can't help it sometimes. It's just in you.
Yeah.
He's got those big teeth.
I saw my mom. I was just like, okay.
My trauma that I am currently going through, I ended up on the side of TikTok, which I guess no one here can like fully understand the side of TikTok that I'm on, but it's that everybody wants an older sister. Like the older sister is like the best sibling to have. Like they nurture you, they like raise you, they're there for you, they give you the best advice, like they're, you know, all the things. But no one wants to be the big sister. Like being the big sister is the worst job you can have.
Yeah.
So I ended up on that side of TikTok and I've been delving into that and I'm like, it's true. Being a big sister, it's like so great and rewarding, but also like a lot of work because in some ways, like you're a second mother, you're expected, like a lot is expected of you. Like Cal and I were just talking about that today because he's the oldest, but he's a boy. And we always compare like the expectations that my family had for me versus the expectations they had for him. Completely different.
I can't even imagine having an older sister. That's so crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Like an older sister.
Like
I feel like I would have loved an older sister.
I think we were just talking about this recently, but it's similar. Like I wish there was a younger sibling underneath me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because the first time I held a baby was like recently, like an actual like newborn baby. Like I never had to like help raise something smaller growing
Same.
up.
Mm-hmm.
So like I see like Mariah with kids and she is like super motherly, like great instincts, like raising kids and working with kids. Like I wish I had more prep.
I
to,
think
like,
you're incredibly paternal naturally,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do.
I just like, it would have been cool to like help raise like a little,
Yeah.
like, cause my
Yeah.
brother's 7 years older than me.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
So I wasn't close enough in age to like play and do the things he was doing,
Mm-hmm.
but he was always there for me when I was a kid and would like help me.
Very cute.
So I wish like I had that too.
But you're gonna
Yeah.
have your own kids, and also there's people who like don't like kids, but then they have their own kids, and then it just kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's already gonna happen for you anyway, and then you're just gonna be such a good dad.
I can't wait.
Soon.
Come on.
Now.
Come on.
Right now.
Right now.
Do it.
Go leave. I'm just kidding.
Go to work. Another thing like growing up that I think ended up being good for me was I was afraid of my parents. Like mentally and physically afraid.
Spiritually.
And I think that made me a good kid. Not that I thought that they were going to like beat me or anything. But I was like scared to like let them down. Also my dad is huge, so I think just like his physical appearance
That had something to
was
do with it, too.
definitely intimidating.
Especially now after meeting your family, like
Isn't
seeing
he
how
huge?
big your dad is.
If he
yes.
gives me one bad look, like I crumble.
It's like
So I
teddy
get
bear
it.
vibe, so doesn't
Yeah, I
it?
agree.
Like, okay, that's the
Does.
vibe I got. But I get it as a kid.
Especially
you're
as a
scared.
kid.
Yeah. So I think that was really good for me. I think that kept me a good kid. But I definitely was afraid, and I'm sure that has something to do with how I turned out.
I have a question for you though, because I've been thinking a lot about having kids and what I want to do and what I don't want to do and what I don't want to pass down and what I might do without even realizing like intentionally that I picked up. Do you want your kids to be afraid of you in the same way though?
I think so. Not like
in a respectful way.
In a respectful way, like
I'm scared of
So
Mariah
they-
now, so I feel like the kids will definitely be scared of Mariah because
Yeah.
I genuinely like if
like
I'll walk by her, I'm like, oh, she doesn't look very happy. I'm not gonna
It's
fuck
not
with
the
her right
time.
now. It's not the time. It's not the time. Yeah.
I definitely think that it's good. So they don't like walk all over you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I knew there was no talking back to my parents, like at all. Like if I like tried to get like a smart mouth, ooh, yeah.
I had quite a few friends that I knew that I grew up with where they had parents that their kids would walk all over. It was terrible.
Watch your friends like curse at their parents.
I saw it, and in my head, I didn't see it as, oh, they're being walked all over by these by my friends. It was more like, oh, their parents are cool.
Yeah.
It was this weird thing where like you tricked your brain thought that like, oh, they have cool parents. They have like really chill
They
parents.
could do whatever they want.
But it was actually like the
It's
parents
not
were
good
actually
parenting.
parents were actually over them, and they were just like, because they've let them be walked over the whole time.
God bless you.
Because I was the same way. Like I was scared of both sides.
Yeah.
My mom, stepdad, dad, stepmom, like all four of them equally was just scared. I was scared of like three, all four disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, I was never scared of my mom. My mom was like always very chill. Like but it definitely did. Like when she had like my stepdad was strict, my dad was strict. My mom had it like in her head was like, I have to be somewhat strict too, or it's like, if you're in trouble, you're in trouble with me too.
My parents had a really good like dynamic though. It was very good cop, bad cop.
My parents did the same. You liked that?
And
my mom hated it.
I don't know if it was done on purpose or it's just the way it is. Like my mom is super bubbly, outgoing, very like easy to talk to, and my dad is like much more serious and big, and it just kind of ended up being that way to where I would like run things by my mom first, or like if there was something that I wanted, I would like ask her, and it would be like, ask your dad type situation, or like, ooh, dad cannot know about this, like that type. I really liked. I was definitely more afraid of my dad than my mom, but I really liked that because I could like tell her things, but I was like that I was too afraid to tell my dad.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
It's like a good way, like good cop, bad cop. It's like, and we do that. I feel like we do that these times too. Like if you want to say no to something, but it's easier for this person to say no. You're just like, hey, just say no because it'll sound
you're
better
saying like
coming
putting
from
the
you.
blame on the other parent?
But, yeah. Like kind of just like
to a point. Cause there's some families that are like, where they try to like pit you against the other parents. Like, daddy doesn't want you to do that. But
no, but that's
totally
bad.
be okay with me.
Yeah,
it's like
weird.
then it's like making you not like the other person, or like you know how mom feels about that. You like it that I don't like.
My mom and dad always were like, I won't, like my mom would be like, I won't tell your dad, but I'm not gonna lie to him. And I always was like, so you're gonna tell him? Like, so what's the point of telling you? Yeah, which is good. Like as parents, that I think that's a really good like.
I would have her side. Like, if I didn't care if my kid wanted to do something, but she did, I would give I'd be like, no, because I would give a reason why to have her side.
Or if I
just
asked
come up with something
to do something, and my mom was like, ask your dad, and then if I already like tried to be like, oh yeah,
Mom said.
like well, mom said oh my god, I got in so much trouble.
I would never try that shit.
I tried it twice. And I never did it again.
That's crazy that you even tried that.
I know. And then it was like, you knew
as
he
if they
said
don't
no.
talk
Yeah. It's like as a kid, you think your parents are like dumb and don't get it. And now I can only imagine the times like that I would just laugh, even with like my nieces and nephews, like seeing how smart they think they are. And I'm like, oh, I see everything you're doing.
Did
like,
you get the I was born at night, not last night? I got that all the time.
Oh, that's funny.
My whole life, where I thought I was being slick about something, and my dad would be like, I was born at night, but not last night. Nice try.
That's a good dad thing to say.
Nice try.
But yeah, it was like testing the water. Like I'd ask my mom, and if she was like, you're going to have to ask your dad, I'd be like, nah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
It's
not worth it.
It's a no from me, dog.
I don't really want to go
It's
anymore.
a no from me, dog.
It's not even worth asking because like I feel like when you ask them something and they say no, I feel like I'm punching holes in my card that like I have for my parents. You don't want to ask your parents too many things because you want to save some of the things that you want to ask for. Like if I wanted a new phone, in my head I was like, I cannot ask them to go out for like at least 3 times.
Yeah, the mental gymnastics was crazy.
Yeah.
Especially like high school when you're starting to like
so that
get
4th
smart.
time when I asked, I was like, damn, my son hasn't asked me for anything for actually a good amount of time. Maybe let me think about the new phone.
Mom, I haven't asked for anything in like 6 weeks.
But
I would never
imagine-
say that though. I would just hopefully they know that.
But now,
Yeah.
like thinking from the parent side, it's like it's been quiet. What does he
Something's
want?
going
on.
What does he
Yeah.
want?
Still not being slick.
He
Yeah,
wants something.
exactly.
True. My mom was like I had the good cop, bad cop too, but it was because my mom had to be strict because my dad does not have a serious bone in his body. Nothing matters to that man. He's the chillest man in the world. So everything was like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, okay. Like when my mom said I couldn't get my hair done because I wasn't allowed to color my hair. And my dad took me to my first hair appointment. I said, Dad, mom said I can get highlights. He goes, what's highlights? I was like, I don't know, but mom said it's okay. And then I got them.
Oh, especially something so permanent.
I got them. I know
Like,
that was
what are you
really
gonna do? Walk in and
naughty.
hide it?
That was naughty. I just wanted to be like the other girls.
No, I get it, but I'm like clearly your mom was gonna find
Gonna
out.
see it.
you
I
know?
Yeah.
didn't think that far. I didn't care that
see,
far.
I-
I said I have
just
one
need it.
opportunity right now. I have 2 hours in this chair. My dad's here. I'm gonna do it.
You knew Daddy
I'm
would
not proud
protect
of.
you though at that moment. 'Cause-
No, he said, "What, Remy? What are you talking about?"
No, I know, but like you didn't feel like in your head you're like, I'm going with my dad. I feel like I'll be. My mom will get over it.
No. Oh, I knew I was gonna be in trouble. But I didn't care because he was gonna swipe the card that day.
Yeah, and you
I didn't
got
think
him.
that far. I was 14. But
Oh,
like
the girls
now,
at school are gonna love this.
Oh, it
They're
looked
gonna,
so bad.
they're
And
gonna
my
all
hair,
be my friends.
my hair was not the same for like 20 years till now.
Wait,
But-
really? From that day?
No, it grew out, but like I just continued to color my hair since then, and it like was dead. Dead. But I will say, like, I've talked to Cal a lot about how we want to parent our kids moving forward, and I personally didn't like the good cop, bad cop. And I know my mom didn't like it because she was like, I don't want to always say no, but like if your dad's not going to say no, I have to say no. So Cal and I have like always talked about, we had like a very similar parental dynamic. So we've talked about how when we have kids, we want to be a united front. And that's what's cool. You can decide what you want to do for your kids, but we want to like, you know, go to a separate room, decide like as parents, what are we going to come to the kid as? It's either a yes together or a no together. It's not going to be a, so dad said this, like,
Right.
"Oh,
That's
can I do
exactly like
that?"
I knew it was like both of them.
But
Yeah.
in the moment when they ask you something in the moment, is that something where it's like, we'll get back to you on that, and then you both go to the room and chat about it, or is it?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
give
It
up?
has
Okay.
to be that.
Sometimes
yeah.
they'd be like, let me think about it. We'll let you know later today. Or
Yeah.
like, we'll let you know
Yeah,
tomorrow or blah,
yeah.
blah, blah, whatever.
I like that.
I think one of my bigger, this is deeper, but also I've told this story on your guys' the high episode we did forever ago, but I got lost in the mall when I was very, very young.
Yes.
And that was something that I didn't realize traumatized me. Obviously, yeah, that's scary. But then I remember being in therapy and she's like, okay, like, have you ever had anything like traumatic? It was like my first session. I was like, no, not really. And then like maybe months later, we were doing like that EMDR exercise where you like, I don't know if you know it, but you can kind of like rewire your brain.
Okay.
You should try it.
Thank you. Give me that number.
What do you do?
Basically, it's an exercise that while you're re-saying the story of what happened, of something usually traumatizing, you're following your therapist's fingers. And while you're doing that, it's something about the eye movements. It like reprocesses those memories. But then while you're talking about it, you come to a conclusion. So for instance, if I felt very scared of being alone, or like I was scared of the dark for like years because of like that experience, but like
While she's doing it, she's asking you questions as you're watching.
So
the fingers
basically,
go.
while you're reliving that memory, now you're reforming new memories around it because your eyes moving back and forth help you reprocess it.
Okay.
And then basically they guide you through it to hopefully
Unlock something.
unlock
that you
it to where you're like,
forgot
oh,
or-
well, I guess I didn't realize like my parents were only doing this for this reason, or like, oh, I guess I felt very alone and scared, but blah blah blah. Like you just kind of like reprocess and relive through it. But yeah, it like actually really helps. It's called
So-
EMDR.
With the mall
Oh yeah.
situation, what did we discover through that?
So I just remember that coming up in it was so crazy because like in it, let's say I'm going to butcher this analogy, but like, let's say I'm like, I feel like I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life, blah, 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 blah. She's like, okay, let's start there. Why do you think that? And I'm explaining why I think that.
And
while
you're focusing on this
You're
back and forth, so
yes.
you're just letting your brain just
You're
talk and
focusing
kind
here.
of.
Oh no, I can't even do that. I wouldn't be able to pass that. I couldn't even get
it's
past
not,
the first.
but it's not passing. You're just going. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And then the first thing that comes to my head is like, well, I don't know, I haven't dated in a long time, whatever. And then it's
But
like,
you have to follow this
I do
as
think
you're thinking about it.
focusing more on the movement, so you're just speaking,
Your brain is
and
just
you're not
speaking.
even.
Yeah.
You're being so honest because you're not even thinking about what you're saying. You're thinking about following your
Oh,
fingers.
okay,
So then-
okay.
I could totally see that
yeah.
working.
So then I'm like, so then from there it's like, I don't know. I think I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. Okay, when's the first time you ever felt alone? And then I'm like, okay, well, and like, so the person's guiding you kind of through this, not journey, but through this, unpacking it. And then I went through this whole thing and landed to the first time I remember feeling completely terrified was when I was like 4 in the mall and I got lost. And she's like, let's unpack that. So like, it's crazy how it's like, whoa, I would have never put those things together.
Right.
But something that happened in my past greatly impacted my entire future, like without even knowing. It's crazy, but it was like so valid. It felt like I won like a video game. I was like, oh my god, I found.
Wow.
You're like so good.
I know there's like multiple situations that, like this test that Alicia got. I know I would unpack so many things.
You should do it.
No, I'm like scared to do it because I feel like everything would come out of that.
Do all therapists do that, or is it a specific when
they
you have
can
to go
specialize in it? But no, I think most like know of it at least, or like do it. But seriously, it is so like, and then from there I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not gonna feel alone the rest of my life because now I know where that root fear came from.
After that, were you like, oh, if that's all that it was, like the thing that
it wasn't.
Like, what's not that big
Yes.
a deal?
Did you feel so you felt better and like
instantly?
relieved?
Wow.
Like instantly,
In
I'm
that
like,
moment.
yeah, I'm like, oh, like why did I make that such a big deal? Like obviously I'm not gonna be
Without
alone.
realizing that that's what made it a
It
big deal.
truly like I could talk about therapy forever. I did skip today. I needed to sleep in.
Do you do it once a week?
Yeah, I try.
Do you have to go to them or is it on a Zoom call?
She does Zoom.
I do mine on Zoom.
But
Oh, you do
I do
Zoom?
feel like if you want to do EMDR, it's better in person, but you can do it.
Yeah,
through
you're
the
just like
screen.
this on the screen.
Yeah.
It's just glitching.
Yeah.
I feel like for me in person would work better, but the inconvenience of that, like having a
But
fucking.
you gotta prioritize.
Yeah.
what
No,
you think
I
is
know,
better, yeah.
because I tried Zoom once and it was.
It doesn't. And your
Yeah,
phone
it
goes off,
didn't.
you get a notification on your
I don't
Yeah,
mind it. I just chit chat.
I think it was just I think it was the lady that I had. I just don't think it was like the right
Yeah.
person for me, but
Yeah.
it made the whole session really like. That's why.
love therapy.
why.
Love unpacking
Do you-
childhood trauma.
Do you feel like too much therapy can be detrimental though?
No.
Sometimes I'm literally in a session and I'm like, you got another hour? Do you have an 11:30? She's like, no. I'm like, run it another hour. Let's
Really?
keep going. Oh, I love it.
Because I've always thought about like if you got to the point where you were like not
Like you don't have anything
creating your own problems by like trying to discover like getting mad about something that like probably wouldn't have bothered you or thought about, and then like it gets brought to the front and now you're like, oh well, now I'm upset about this. Does it like unlock new things that you didn't think
I
about?
think it could, but maybe that it was just in you the whole time.
I was going to say, I guess it's different for everyone, and it really does depend on like who your therapist is and if you trust them and then, you know, all that, obviously. But I do think I can tend to stuff things down and not deal with it. So I feel like even little things, if I don't bring it up now, it's just going to be a bigger issue later. So it's actually better to kind of like process that.
Right.
It's a looking for the right person too, because I feel like if we were all just skip that stage of trying to find that right person, we all had the right person, we'd all have therapists.
I also remember the first few times that I didn't want to tell my girl something. I was like, that's a red fucking flag, Alicia. If you're scared to tell her something, you're either hella embarrassed by it and like this, but legally she can't tell anyone. Like it's fine. You know what I mean? So finding someone who you're just like, it just made me be like, oh, what's the point of paying for this if I'm not going to be honest?
Yeah.
Like then I'm wasting everyone's
That's true.
time.
It just depends for me on the week. Like sometimes I'm like, girl, I had a week and I get into like topical things. Or if I have nothing to report, then we start diving deeper. But I will say like she'll clock me if I am getting too in my head or I'm like making a molehill out of whatever it is. Like I'm making like a big issue out of something small.
Yeah.
She's like, well, have you ever thought about it this way? And I'm like, you're so right. And then I just move past it. And
So-
now I'm fine, really.
So like, how long have you been seeing this therapist?
Now maybe like a year or so.
So at this point, you got like does she know you like the back like you?
Not really, honestly. Like I feel like there's a lot more with me that I could like delve into with her over time.
But she knows all like the negative things that's happened in your life.
You know what's
though,
really
right?
interesting though? I saw this therapist. It's Alicia and I have the same therapist. I saw her in 2018 when I was like going through a really big transformation. Like I had just lost friends. I had just like gotten my heart broken. I was like going through a lot at that time. I saw her for like a few sessions and then I was like, I don't need therapy. I'm fine. stopped. And then I started seeing her this past year, not because of anything that happened. I was just like, I think I want to try again. Because at the time in 2018, I was like, my life is exploding. Like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm a bad person and da-da-da-da-da. And then I did it and I was like, I think I'm okay. Now, when I started it again last year, I was like, I think I just want to start because like things will inevitably happen. Feelings are going to come up. I want to doubt, like I want to be a better mom to my kids one day. Like that's why I got started. And so it's so funny
Build a
because
relationship
now, and I wanted to like delve into
before.
my like childhood trauma and understand like why that happened and how I can break generational trauma and all those things. So I've been doing that, but it's so funny because now I'll like reference something and she'll like pull back my sheets from 2018 because it wasn't, I haven't seen her a ton of times. It's not like I was seeing her every week for the past like 6 years. So she'll pull it back and be like, oh my God, like I remember when you talked about this person, like da 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 da, like, and it's just so. Now I'm in such a different place from that person. Obviously, like I was referencing a guy, my first guy ever that I dated, and now I'm talking about like getting married to Cal, and so it's like such different things, and I've like grown so much and changed so much, and like learned so much between the 6 years since it happened. But it's like kind of a mind fuck sometimes.
Imagine having a therapist for like 6 years, like them knowing you so. Oh wait, 6 years?
I think like 7 or 8. Yeah.
Wait, the same person?
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Damn, I'm jealous. That sounds amazing. Imagine having the same therapist for 8 years. They fucking know everything about. Like you literally say anything. Well, it's because of this. It's like, damn it,
That's
you're
the
right.
thing too. I tried a lot of therapists before. I remember I went to one who's like specialized in eating disorders actually, and I just like got I just felt really uncomfortable. I felt like I just didn't like it, or I didn't vibe with the person, and so I left. But I imagine like them knowing all the history, you saying something so topical and then being like, well, it's probably because of this. Like that sounds
or like,
that
well,
sounds
you know
nice.
how you know how we talked about this for this. Maybe that's also like
or clocking you immediately because they know that like this is a repetitive pattern that you like have.
Or
which
also-
I'm just scratching the surface now after being in it for a year, where I feel like she can relate a lot of things like, oh, well, it's because of this probably. And I'm like, oh, it is probably because of that. But it's the work you put in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was, yes.
See, they're
Yes.
good. Therapists. They have the same one.
It's just good. I think like regardless, because I mean, I think everyone should be in therapy or at least try it or like actually really, really try it. But that's my own opinion. Some people may not think that, but I do think everyone needs an outlet, whether it's songwriting, whether it's the gym, whether it's something just to like actually get your feelings out and like process shit. And then I think honestly, like my dad was diagnosed with autism in his 60s. So now looking back, I'm like, oh, everything makes sense. So like he's been in a lot of therapy over the past few years, and like everything goes back to like his childhood. Like like you just learn how much everything's from your childhood.
Do therapists or can therapists tell you what you need, or is that more a psychiatrist? Or a therapist is like,
Psychiatrists, so therapists can't prescribe you pills.
Yeah, they can't prescribe, but can they?
Psychiatrists can.
Can they?
They can give you tools and like homework. I get homework sometimes. It's
or
like
referrals.
I want you to like work on this. Have these conversations and like come back. Let's talk about that.
But I will say that one of the main things I learned is because I found my psychiatrist through my therapist, and I kept waiting for her to be like, oh yeah, you need to be medicated. Let's get you a doctor. But it's not like that. Like
I feel like that's good though. If they're not jumping to put you on medication.
That's what I hate. It's like immediate medication.
Like everything.
But it was to the point where I was like, do I need it? Like, blink twice. Like you're not gonna tell me. But it's more of just like they're there for support in any way. Like I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's good that they're like trying to help instead of just medicate immediately.
Yeah.
Just trying to
like change lifestyles of like lifestyle choices first, and then we'll try medication if that doesn't work.
Yeah, just like talk therapy. But EMDR.
Therapy's helped me a lot be better with
how to handle different situations and go about it.
Even today, Cal and I got into a little bit of a tiff on the way here, and
a little kerfuffle.
And I feel like I would have growing up, I would have been taught to like yell or like, you know what I mean? Like based on my childhood, like yell or like to get my point across. But I was like, oh, I don't need to yell. I just need to like explain why I'm annoyed. And then he said sorry and I said sorry and then we moved on. Like but I wouldn't have been able to do that had I not been given the tools that I have now.
I need that. Whatever the hell that was. I need that.
It.
Yeah, I
you
do.
Really should.
I should.
You have to be pretty vulnerable, but like again, it's HIPAA, so you have
I can be pretty vulnerable in a setting like that. Yeah, I think so.
You should try.
But I can't speak. I can't like say it though. I'm just like,
That's okay though.
No, I have these feelings. I just don't know. 1 second.
But then they'll ask questions, and their job then is to change the angle of the question so that you feel comfortable answering it.
They make me do a survey where it's strongly disagree to agree.
Absolutely not.
Every session, how's your day? Agree. It's wrong.
It is weird though, like you're raised by your parents a specific way, and that makes you like who you are and how you act.
Oh yeah.
And then it was their parents that raised it. Like the generational stuff is really weird to think about.
And you just think however you were raised is normal because that's all you know.
Yeah, you don't know how other people were raised. Like total different family dynamic. It's so interesting.
I always knew mine was, I think from young, I knew mine was like very weird. I was like, this isn't
Really?
normal. Yeah, like going back and forth between my dad and my mom's house because they divorced when I was young.
Yeah.
So when I was little, before elementary school, back and forth, completely different rules.
On weekends and weekdays, or what was the split?
It was every other weekend I went to my mom's house, but
You were living with your dad and you would visit your mom.
visit my mom. But it felt like light years away because I loved being with my mom when I was a kid.
Oh.
I always thought it was opposite. You're with your mom full time.
It was well, no, it flipped. It
Okay.
switched. So like half my childhood life I was with my dad, and then half my childhood life I was with my mom.
Wow.
Same thing every other weekend. I'd go to my dad's house, and the having to hide shit when I was young, that messed me up.
Hide
Like
what?
imagine being in 4th grade, 3rd grade, having to hide stuff, but knowing that your parents are like knowing that you're hiding it. Does that make sense?
Like hiding what exactly?
Like there was what you could
More
eat.
cultural stuff like meat, halal. I only ate halal here, but at my mom's house I didn't eat halal.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure though.
A lot of no, but
Especially
like
on a child.
That's what I'm like.
but
I would.
but like from my mom's point of view, she was just like, honey, look, you can eat whatever you want, right? But like I knew that I couldn't tell my dad. My mom also wasn't going to tell my dad either. So it was this like kind of like we both knew.
And it just made you
But
feel like
we-
you were doing something wrong all the time.
All the time. Yeah, I felt like I was doing something wrong all the time.
You were upsetting both of them.
Yeah.
so
For
sad.
yeah, no,
different
exactly.
things
Just
because
like
they
being
didn't.
secretive all
also,
the time.
then as a
That
kid at
sucked.
such a young age, you're like, okay, well then which one's right? Like you're also like, well, which one is correct? Because you
do
don't
think
know.
With that also, like in my head personally, what I would think is like at your mom's house, that's her rules. At your dad's house, it's his rules. So
Exactly.
I think it's
So no,
okay.
it makes sense. It
Yeah.
makes sense. But like
But as a kid,
me
yeah.
transporting that, like flipping that's weird. But like it makes
It's
I
almost
was
like two like lives almost.
yeah.
I have a question for you. When you are around people, do you like feel tension a lot? Like, can you like?
Yeah, I feel like,
like a
I'm
lot of-
dying on the inside.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that probably. I don't want to diagnose or anything, but like I could imagine probably feeling the tension from your parents and like internalizing that.
Oh,
And maybe
100%.
now.
Oh my god,
yeah,
can
yeah,
I
yeah.
start sending you therapists like TikToks things? Because when I find shit and I get read to, I'm like, oh my, like it's
no,
like,
Alicia, send me a therapist.
oh, I can do that too. I can
I
do
think
too.
that would do better than TikToks.
No, there's certain TikToks where it's like, if you feel like this, and I'm like, you know those, it's like, do you ever feel blah, blah,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, yes.
This landed on your page because
Yes.
I
But like there's some where you're just like, oh, it's because you grew up in a household where you didn't feel safe and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
You know what's really sad though? Like I know I had a pretty harsh like parental dynamic sometimes, but I know also like my parents' like especially like living in Korea and immigrating over, like it was significantly harder for them. I know that. Like I know my parents had it harder than I do, but when you're a kid, like you only know the hand that you're dealt, obviously. So
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
a lot what I'm working through too. Is like I give my parents their grace and their flowers. Like they did the best they could, and I know they were not nearly as hard on me as what their parents gave to them. And then like it's
yeah.
slowly you are breaking that generational trauma, but like you have to put in the work, which is
Exactly.
why I went into therapy, because I was like I grew up in a household where there was a lot of yelling, and I don't want to yell all the time. Like I need to figure this out. So like I'm gonna work on that so that my kids don't get yelling. But also I know my kids are gonna be like, you were such a bitch. Da, 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 da. I'm sure at some point in their lives they're gonna say that to me.
Yeah.
or also like it's like a pendulum. So it's like you try so hard not to do it to where then boom, it goes the opposite way.
Yes.
Like
It
so that's
does.
a whole
yeah,
other
like
thing
because
too.
being parents that like
The
are
gentle parenting is crazy.
It's bad because gentle parenting. The first thing I think of are my friends that were walked all over.
Yeah.
It's like that's not a good life either. It's like you literally have to pick the perfect
sweet
center,
spot.
But
and you have to
can't-
stay there.
you
I
can't.
know, it sucks.
Like we will like mess up our kids unintentionally, and
Yes.
it's like it's
I've told myself that, and I said I know I'm gonna mess them up, but it's not gonna be for the reasons that I was messed up. It'll be
Okay.
something different.
yeah.
I want to know what happened in my childhood because when you were talking about like, I curl up and I get so uncomfortable anytime I hear an argument or some sort of like disagreement, even like the littlest thing. Like if somebody goes back and forth a couple times, I literally like cringe and it makes me feel so uncomfortable. Like even like dumb little things.
Is that more?
I don't know
Is that
what it
everyone
is.
or do people like that?
Maybe not but some people might be neutral. They're just like,
I tend that.
They're
has
just
been-
fighting.
Yeah.
Like if I'm around like a couple that's arguing or like
I
not
used
even
to
like
be worse.
serious stuff, like just something like a little ping pong
Bickering,
back
like
and
a
forth.
bickering match.
I get like,
Did your parents fight a lot?
no.
Maybe that's why. Maybe something to do with like similar to Alicia. Maybe like if you not seeing
Being
it,
yeah,
so you're
maybe.
not as accustomed to that. Because like I grew up with a lot of fighting, so like I'm
so
like
like the
whatever.
back and forth doesn't, but like so interesting.
No, it's
Yeah, it
tough.
like sends like shivers down my spine when I hear it.
I grew up with a lot of fighting, in the house. I don't like cringe up like that, but it definitely makes me feel a little.
It makes me sad. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, I hope
it's
they're
just like,
okay,
fuck,
but I'm
yeah.
not like I don't feel like a visceral reaction. I'm just like, oh, that sucks.
I feel like I used to feel more like paralyzed from it, and I feel like now I've gotten a lot better. through it.
Would you be open to going to therapy?
I would try it.
Maybe you guys should try a few sessions and then come back and we can talk about it.
We don't have to be-
We
And we
could.
can go. We'll
But
go
can
to
you
our
give us?
therapy.
Can you give us some time? Because I
Yeah,
feel
of
like you have
course.
to find the right one. Or I'm
absolutely.
gonna like talk shit about it. I don't want to do that.
I understand. Don't worry. On that note, Alicia and I have got to get home to pack for our trip to Asia.
I know.
And we're
Wow.
both bringing our moms to heal our
Our
generational.
Wait, you're bringing them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
That's
are,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, are you gonna have to do a lot of spa days and shit?
They're gonna
Yeah, be
love that.
jealous.
Oh, I am jealous.
We're getting our skin done.
Well, can you bring some like skincare home?
Sure, yeah, I was going to say, do you guys want us to bring anything for you?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
What do you want?
All
I
mine
don't know.
were food,
Just
and I found out that you can't bring food back.
Well, I
so-
can bring you snacks. I can bring you like packaged snacks. I can't bring you
Okay.
fresh fruit. Packaged
Yeah.
snacks. What's your flavor profile like? Sweet? I know you like sweet.
sweet. Anything sweet.
sweet.
You said
and
barbecue
then
sauce? You like barbecue sauce?
barbecue.
Okay, I'll keep that in
If
mind.
they have any like
You honestly just I'm not good with like cream stuff like care, but whatever you think I need.
Okay. And what are your problem areas with your skin? Would you say like pores, dryness, texture?
I couldn't tell you.
I feel
I
like
don't
your
even
skin's
know.
even when we did both of your guys' skin is actually
You
pretty
could get
good.
skin.
Yeah, I think like a good like moisturizer, face wash,
Okay.
body wash.
Okay.
it's slow down. One thing.
That
One thing.
hair, maybe hair care.
Oh, okay.
Just bring
And-
me back a Birkin and we'll be good.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Call it even.
Just honestly anything that's like normal that a guy would use.
okay, got
I'm
you.
so jealous you guys are going with your.
I know.
I
Ash
I
is
want
gonna
to
do-
take my family. They've never
Take him to
been out of the
Florida.
country.
That's where they're from.
No,
Like,
my mom
I
like
want-
barely ever has, so I'm really excited to go with.
That's gonna be
Suze.
awesome. They're gonna love it.
She's going to be our tour guide. She's planning a whole trip for us.
That's really cute.
That's really awesome. What are we doing for the next 2.5 weeks?
Oh,
we should take.
we've hung out so much. I feel like you guys are
I
gonna
know,
like
we're-
be by yourselves.
What are we
I
gonna
miss you
do,
guys.
Heath?
Oh,
Stop.
come meet us.
Nothing.
You
should.
can come meet us.
Fine, I'll come.
Oh.
Yay! Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. We know it was kind of a random one, but a good catch up overall. Digging into some deeper topics, talking about our favorite snacks. And we love you guys
We
so
talked
much.
a lot of deep
Cheesecake.
stuff.
The snacks.
Cheesecake Factory.
If you guys want to check out our super awesome, amazing RV trip and aquarium trip that we took, make sure to go to patreon.com/basicallyunfiltered. You pay $10 a month and you get everything in the archive. It's like
right.
over like 80 posts. It's amazing. We work so
Wow.
hard on there. A lot of fun videos, and we just keep getting better every month, honestly.
And yeah, I don't know any other Patreon where people say it's actually worth it.
Yeah, no, I
Period.
don't see any. Maybe unfiltered, but
Except our.
Oh yeah.
All right,
I don't know.
guys.
Maybe
Love
Unfiltered.
you.
All
Bye.
right.
Bye.
Peace.